It's Kelly here from the Early Childhood Community Development Center. I'm here today with Ginette Wilson, our early learning and childcare trainer, to speak a little bit more about the concept of tinkering as we have a session, Tinkering with Wood, coming up on December the 9th. So welcome, Ginette.
Hi, nice to be with you this morning.
So first of all, we just kind of want to know, how did you come up with the idea to do the tinkering series?
Well, I was seeing quite a lot about tinkering, and when I say seeing, kind of things on the internet, and my curiosity was sparked. So I decided to do a little bit of digging, a little bit of research, and my curiosity was definitely sparked even more at that point. And I kind of realized that I tinker all the time. And when I think about the children that we work with, they tinker all the time too. And it kind of made me think a little bit. So when we're thinking about educators being intentional, thinking about how we can intentionally provide tinkering opportunities for children within our centres. And so I thought that it would be really interesting to put this series together. And I know as a child, I loved to tinker with wood at home and at school too. So I definitely wanted to include wood within the series. I'm on a mission to bring woodworking back into centres. I remember as an educator working from the 1980s, let's just say that quietly, that woodworking was really prevalent within centres, and I would say around the 2000s it started to decrease. So I want to bring it back.
Great. So as an educator working in a program, what's one simple way that I could incorporate tinkering or woodworking into my daily program?
So thinking about the materials that we're offering, a lot of us are offering loose parts, which is great. And if we watch the children that we work with, they are tinkering with those materials. So thinking about how we can intentionally offer materials for the children to be putting things together and taking things apart. So how can children combine those materials? So is it using different glues? Is it using glue guns? Is it using stick glue? Is it using runny glue? Or are we making paste with the kids, offering hole punches with maybe ribbon or string for them to combine things together? Staplers, maybe. Thinking about the ages that we're working with, the materials that we're offering, and then thinking about how children can take things apart. So we're offering screwdrivers, pliers, etc.
Now I hear you say things like glue guns and pliers and screwdrivers, and I can see how maybe that might make some educators feel a little bit nervous about trying these things. So what would you say to those educators who might not have that same kind of comfort in including those woodworking materials in their early learning environment?
Come and join me and fellow educators at the tinkering webinar. But seriously, thinking about how we can feel comfortable to be offering these materials to the children that we're working with. Being intentional, being comfortable. If we don't feel comfortable, then don't do it. But if you want to extend your comfort level, think about where you're at and where you can go. Engaging children in that process, discussing with our colleagues so that we can think about where we're at and where we can go next.
So what is one thing that you hope participants will take away from this Tinkering with Wood session?
I think that they feel comfortable to take that first step, and that they're going to be offering materials to the children. It may not be that you're starting with hammers and screwdrivers, thinking about how we can be combining wood with maybe other materials, and then how we can move on as we feel more comfortable in that process.
Now, my last question for the day is something that I'm very curious about. What materials are your favorites to tinker with?
I tinker with everything. All the time I'm tinkering. I never kind of stop. But I have to say my favorite is wood. I think that sensory experience of the wood, thinking about the materials that we can use, what we can create. Yeah, definitely wood.
Well, in that case, I invite everyone to join us on December the 9th for the Tinkering with Wood session. You can register by visiting ECCDC's website at www.eccdc.org. Thanks everyone for watching today, and thanks Ginette for joining us. We hope to see you on Wednesday, December the 9th.
You're welcome, Kelly. Yes, looking forward to seeing everybody. Bye.
Bye.